Hey, hey, logical, ethical. Hey, Shawty. How are you? Hey, Miss Angela. Welcome in. What y'all doing up? Hey, Kathy. Welcome in. Welcome in. Uh, that's probably not the best place to put this. And neither is this. Here, let's try right there. What do you see? Oh, well. Hey, Simple and Sweet Baskets. Welcome in. What y'all doing up this summer night? Y'all working on gifts? Hey, Pudding Pie. I napped earlier today, says Shani. Oh, good for you. Good for you. Watching TV, says Miss Angela. Well, I was just about to go to bed and I thought about something and I was like, oh, wait a minute. So I got up and I put a gift together and I have a couple more, two more. So I'm gonna put those together and then I'm going back to sleep. Or not back to sleep, but I'm going to actually get in the bed. But it was on my mind. So I was like, let me do this now. Where's my scissors? Let me do this now while it's fresh on my mind. I'm trying to get the string off there. She needs a haircut. You can't hardly see these things' eyes. Alrighty, so see what we have here. This is a Happy Easter, my first Easter basket set. It includes a basket, a plush toy, and a baby blanket. So here's the basket, nice woven basket. The little plushie, rabbit plushie with the ears. And then there is also a mini rabbit attached to him that says, with the blanket that says, my first Easter. And it retails for $15. I showed you these the other day. That bunny looks so cute and cuddly. He is very cute and cuddly. But here is a picture of the three-piece set, the little tag that it came with. Let's see. So that's what we're working with. And with this, I just came in here and put this together. So much so I didn't even put that on there. But I did this with it. I literally elevated it a little bit, added a muslin and bunny hat set. Um, I put a little teeter rattler thing on there, and this is an egg that I just thought I'd put in there. So I think this is what we're going to do with this one. I have another one that does not have a bunny with it, the big bunny, but I have a big blue bunny. So I think I'm going to put the blue bunny in there with it and make it be um, an option for somebody who doesn't want necessarily pink and white. It's still going to be in a pink and white basket, but the mom can use the basket as far as I'm concerned. But that's what we got going on. So I'm going to run through this with you quickly. It's the plan. It's got all these extra little strings. Hope you guys had a good day. Anybody had anything interesting happen today? You care to share about in the comments? How's your basket making coming? Alright, so this thing here is attached to a piece of cardboard in the inside of there. And that's kind of what he's sitting on top of. But the bunny and everything is, what do you call it? Hole punch? Not hole punch. The tag gun thingy. They're all attached with the plastic barbs to the cardboard and to the basket itself. So, I'm going to snip this stuff apart so that I can free all of the pieces and give it some elevation and do a couple of other things with it. Thank you, Shani. Alright. Yes, tag situation. You see how they got him sitting on this round circle so that when it sits down into the basket, it's supported. So anytime I get these gift sets like this, I pay attention to how they have them constructed. I know, of course, our things will need more stability or height or whatever, but I do like looking at their mechanisms, foundations for elevating their gifts. Pudding Pie says, I spent the day. Oh, I'm about to cut the bunny foot off. I spent the day turning my storage shed into my design studio. How exciting! Congratulations. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, you guys. Thank you. We got 23 people in and 14 thumbs up. So if you have not, please go ahead and double tap your screen and you should see a thumbs up icon pop up on your screen. That means your thumb has been counted. You're letting YouTube know you enjoy the content. Late night design. Hello, oh, hey Sally. A little something popped in my head, and I was like, ooh, because I had tried this gift a little bit earlier or something to this effect, and it was very much so not working. And I was like, what is wrong with this? And then I thought about it for a second, and I was like, forget it. I'm gonna go to bed. I did some other stuff. Made some foundations for these bag thingies. Got my foundations together for those. So I'm ready to just start stacking. I got some peach stuff out. I may put some of this peach stuff in there. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm kind of on baby stuff right now. So yeah, I was about to call it quits, call it a night. And then I started thinking about something. I was like, wait a minute. That's probably the one thing I did not try. And I came in here and it just went together nicely. So, hey, Jamie does it. I guess I'm not the only night owl out here. Not tonight, Miss Jamie. Pudding Pie says, I have to put all of this stuff get all of this stuff out of my house. It's starting to look like Sanford and Son. I know, Pudding. I know. I understand. My grandkids came over yesterday afternoon, last night. And, the ones that left here the last, because you remember my kids came back home while they had their houses and stuff built. So the two that left last came back and they were talking about the fact that after that now the house is a basket house. It's where I do all my basket stuff at, and I was like, what? So So they were like, yeah, it's the basket house. So I was like, okay, yeah. I mean, I was already working to get the stuff out, but that did not help. But I ain't worrying about it. I mean, I am, but I ain't. And get to work before I be sitting up here all night. Hey, Express Baskets and Treats, welcome in. Thanks for joining us. Help out. I think I'm gonna put you right back in there. And let's try a backer. I'll do that. Hi, Express Baskets and Treats. Did I speak to you? I think I did. My thing is so slow and delayed. Yeah. So you're the problem. Because that one's still going. Hey, Miss Tika. I got one phone on Eternal Spinny Wheel. Oh, and now everything just popped up. Hold on. Same pudding pie. I was laughing. Oh yeah, about my grandkid. It was if I cared, it might have hurt my feelings. I was like, boy, this is not a basket house. But in their defense, the rooms that they used to occupy do all have basket stuff in them. So, it's one of those things. Hey, Miss Cheryl, welcome in. Hey, Miss Tika. Jamie Doesn't says, I just got my Easter inventory from my goddaughter's house today and went to Sam's and got all my snacks from my baskets. I'm just sitting here looking at everything exhausted, right? Yes, it is. It can be quite overwhelming when you start pulling all that stuff out. I know I was sitting here earlier reevaluating my entire situation. I was like, I really don't have to do Easter. Like, I can literally pack this stuff up and start Mother's Day right now. I mean, it was a lot, but I ended up taking a break, refocusing, started cleaning, doing some other stuff, and I came back to it. It was a little bit better, not much better, but it was enough for me to go ahead and get started again. So it all worked out. But I was seriously like, man, I don't really have to do this now. Oh, no. This thing is aggravating. I should have left this out. I need you to be firm, but I also need you to stay in place. Alright. I think this is what I remember doing before. I'm going to sit you up there. Let's see. Let's get this. I found a load of the bog bags. Congratulations. It's that cleaning up that get you. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And since I've had this issue with other holidays, I keep trying to, think about what it is that's causing the issue. Like, where when I say, well, man, I can't work like this. Like, this is too much or whatever like that. What's going on at that particular moment for me to address or figure out or change how I'm doing it so that next time it won't be as stressful or whatever. So I'm kind of realizing some stuff about me, and I'm trying to figure out exactly how to fix that. Well, not really fix it, but how to make adjustments in how I do things so that it's not so overwhelming, if that makes any sense. Do you have any concepts you've thought about making, Miss Cheryl, with your bog bags? Hey, Shamika. She says, I sat in my workshop for 45 minutes selling everything in my head. Then I said, girl, get yourself to work. Yes, goodness. I was over it. Oh, I'll be over it. Jamie Does It says, I have a whole room in my house filled with inventory. It took me 4 days to get it all organized, pulled out what I had for Easter. Ooh, Jamie. And like I was talking to you guys, oh, I'm glad I looked at that. I was saying the other day, it's like with the amount of stuff that we put in Easter baskets, it takes a really long time to move this, to go through this stuff. Because at one point, I was just like, oh man, I should be able to move a lot of inventory for Easter. But shoot, when you look at it, you're putting like one large thing, one medium sized thing, and then the rest fillers. That's not helping as much as I thought it would for whatever reason. So, I mean, it's helping. Don't get me wrong, but my stash ain't going down how I envisioned it in my head. Like I make 10 baskets and clear like 4 totes worth of stuff. That's kind of what I was envisioning happening. And now I make 10 baskets and it's like, yeah, you cleared a half a tote, but you made a mess and you got all this other stuff out too. So it's just, I don't know. I gotta figure it out. You have a storage unit? Um, Jamie says, I don't know where us basket makers get all this energy from. This is hard work. It is hard work. And then you get out there and people be talking junk. Somebody they gonna give you $2 for stuff. I'd be like, absolutely not. I'd take it back home and stack it back up in the way I had it at. No, that's not how I do it. I be thinking about it though. Shawnee says I need a workshop, right? Basket making is underrated. It is, Miss Tinka. I completely agree with you. Express says, counting two, this ain't adding up fast enough. Right. That's what I'm sitting up here thinking. Like, what in the world? Because you couldn't have told me that we wouldn't just be clearing out, tote after tote. Good job. I go in there and pull this little stuff. The stuff that I had back there, like, this stuff actually came from storage. All of this stuff. With the exception of the little dinosaur teether back there in the back that I just got from Target. This was in the Easter stash. So literally everything in this gift. I mean, it was taken up like a Target bag. You know what I mean? Like all of these things were in a Target size bag. So yeah. Cheryl says I was thinking of getting a bigger storage unit, but I'm scared that I will move more and more inventory. That's what happened with me, Michelle. It did. You're gonna have to get disciplined. I need 200 baskets to make any money. And that's the other part, Express. At the prices that they're talking about, we're supposed to be selling these baskets for, honey, I don't know if, like I said, I'm not spending a whole bunch of time on it for the simple fact that it doesn't really look like the profit is there for the time that it could take. I remember last year getting bogged down in the trying to figure out the sizes and not sizes, but you know what age toy would go with this kid, and you know all that kind of stuff. Like you can definitely get bogged down and all that kind of thing. And so this time I'm just like I can't spend so much time doing all of that. I gotta stick and move, as he says. So I don't know. Um, I knew I had to do something different when I had to store a box of inventory in my bedroom. Ooh, pudding pie. Exactly. It seems like I don't even put a dent in my inventory. Yes. Ain't it though, Miss Tinker, right? Grand Rising, Miss Giovanna. Welcome in. Shawnee says I have 2 empty rooms full of junk. My son asked me not to put stuff in when he goes off in his room when he goes off to college. And sadly enough, my husband asked me the same thing. The one of the rooms that my daughter was in, not the kids, but my daughter was in. He was talking about making putting some kind of equipment in there. So he was like, "Don't, if you can help it, I want to do something with this room." So I was like, "Okay, cool, no problem." He was like, "Oh, okay." And so next thing you know, it ended up being like a bag or two in there. Then there was another bag. Then he told me to put something in there one time, so I put something in there. So I mean, it's just crept up, and now there's a lot of stuff in there. And so yeah, that stuff has to go. Sure, that happens because that's my problem. Yeah, Shamika, I agree. That is exactly how. Well, mine was under the guise of I need to get a second unit so that I can store my completed basket. So that's how I ended up with a second unit. Now, when I got this unit, when I left my previous place, I selected the size that I have now. So I was pretty good on that, but I have a pretty good size unit. But I ended up getting a second one because I wanted all my constructed gifts to be in one place. So yeah, it's that's why I say I think I should have worked on my discipline with regards to not buying as much stuff and actively working through the products that I had before I committed to, getting such a large space. Because just because you do it, you get a bigger space just to sure you're going to bring it in. And I don't know if it's so much of us bringing it in, but for me, it's not putting it up and getting it set up where it needs to be so that it's in a system that I can use it. Because like with Easter, I had Easter stuff because I had pulled out so many other holidays. Easter stuff was like at the bottom of some of my, towers of totes. So it's like by the time you move all of that stuff, reposition it, get those totes from there, it's just been a lot. Estella says, I have inventory as well with the thought of getting into basket making, but I changed my mind. Now I have to figure out what to do with the inventory, but I don't want to give it to Goodwill. Shaking my hand. Oh, hi, Miss Estella. Welcome in. Sell it to at least get your money back, Miss Estella. That's what Shawnee says. You said with the thought of getting into basket making. Miss Estella, I thought you were making gifts. Is it, are you not happy with it? Don't like it? Let me get out your business. That is not my business. Well, I hope you stick around even if you aren't making baskets. Um, and I'll leave it at that. Yes, no, ma'am. It is too overwhelming for me. It is. It is. I understand. That's why I was like, let me just leave it alone. No pressure. I appreciate you being here and hope that you hang out with us and stick around and all of the things. And I'll leave that at that. And you can share as you see fit. But I understand I am not owed any type of explanation, and I don't think anybody else is either, honey. So that's just me running my mouth. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna put him here. Why did you sit up so nice and you were not sitting up as nicely? What's the problem? Is it this? Maybe that. And then I had you hanging there and you kind of hanging there. Okay. And then I'll put this in here somewhere. If I can remember how I got it. He's so sitting so nice and calmly on that other one, and he's not doing the same thing over here. Put some tissue under there. Let's see. I mean, if you're absolutely sure you're not going to make gifts. Shamika says, we have so many basket ideas in our head, but that's where they stay, and that's how it becomes so much. Yes. Estella says, but I will continue to watch you all. Enjoy watching you all. Thank you, Miss Estella. Giovanna says, while cleaning the storage unit, looking through my stockpile stuff, I wish I could buy again. I had a tote of items from Christmas tree stop, and I miss them so much. Oh, really? Got that good inventory from back in whenever, and you want more of it? And ain't nothing in these little eggs. They're for babies. There's literally nothing I can put in this little bitty egg for a baby. I may need a bigger egg though. For sure need a bigger egg. And this little duck, these little ducks, ain't nothing even in here. Let's see, what other kind of animal do I have? Sometimes we put too much thought in arranging the baskets. Yeah, like I'm doing right now. Yep, absolutely. 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 And it doesn't even call for all that. And the same with a lot of the other things that we deal with basket making. I think because we are creatives or basket makers or whatever you want to call it, you of course, you know, we're extra critical of ourselves, or can be. Should not be, but can be. So. I'm trying to figure out what direction I'm going in with my little log bags. Let's see. I think this is the last one of these. Oh, let's see. Estella says, Miss Shoni, I have thought about selling off my stuff. I have, but I don't know the best avenue to take since I'm not big on social media. Estella says, we do, and I hate when people try to downplay what we do. Yeah. Miss Cheryl says, are you going to use the bulk bags for Mother's Day as well? I had not considered that. I had not at all considered that, Miss Cheryl. Are you thinking about using them for Mother's Day? Like, I can barely come up with something to do with them for Easter, let alone figure out what to do with them for Mother's Day. But no, ma'am, I hadn't thought about it. It had not crossed my mind. Let's see. I know I had one more of these. Maybe this side. And I already stuffed this one. I was in there looking. I was like, man, I don't have any containers to put these kid gifts in. And I thought about it for a second. I was like, well, I guess I'll go out tomorrow and get a couple of baskets to put some stuff in. And then I was like, absolutely not. We are not doing that. So if they don't have baskets, because I have a whole bunch of storage containers. Those storage containers I got for like a quarter from what was it, Dollar Tree, when they went out of business. Not went out of business, but when they discontinued that stuff. I got a whole bunch of those quarter storage bins then. I have some plastic bins that I could use, but I don't have a lot of traditional baskets. So that's kind of where my mind kept going. But and it's not a lot of traditional going on this year over here. So we're just gonna make the gifts and make them cute and hope that the kids appreciate or the parents appreciate the thought and effort that went into it, and they still want to get them. So I don't think they'll have an issue with it. Giovanna says they might be cute with the Peeps collection from Bath and Body Works after they have a sale. Oh yeah, that sounds nice. Pudding Pie says a seller find other basket makers in your area. They might be interested in buying your inventory. Yes. Express says those baskets are beautiful. Thank you, ma'am. Cheryl says yes, ma'am. Hey, Loretta. But yeah, definitely. Estella, you can. I don't know how you would figure out if you know other basket makers in your area. You could reach out to them, or make a community post. Um, and there would be shipping if you involved like the entire community. But if you did local pickup, then I'm sure um, somebody would be local enough for you to work with. But if it's a lot of inventory, just know that as far as shipping, it could be costly, you know. I use Pirate Ship, and so I've been able to ship quite a bit of stuff inexpensively. But there still is, you know, a shipping cost for it. And sometimes I think I had a 30 or 30 pound box, and it was costing me like $40 to ship it. So a 40-pound box it was a pretty large size box. So Estella says, Pudding Pie, I've thought about that too, but not many basket makers in my area. Oh. Then locally, what about locally? Do you have, say you're not internet savvy, so you can't really do the social media. Can you get a niece, nephew, grandkid, or somebody to make a post for you on like a local buy, sell, trade, or crafters, or Nextdoor, I think is a neighborhood type app. If they make a post for you, then they could possibly get some people interested. You can put stuff in a box and sell as a bundle or lots, yes. But we got to get her some advertising ways. She's not internet savvy. She doesn't, what'd you say, you don't want to do social media? Since I'm not big on social media, yeah. So we got to get her a way to get the people to know that she has the product. But yes, definitely bundle it up. He kind of big in there, but he gonna go in there with his little friend. Put you up there. And what else am I putting here? Oh, this. You can put stuff in the box. Hey, Miss Vanita, welcome in. I'm gonna put you up there. Let's cut this price off here, and this is gonna be it. I think these could probably go into an 18 by 30. And I literally just cut that price tag off the back of them. Hi there, Miss Millie. Welcome in. I decided to scroll to YouTube streets. Glad to caught alive. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I am working on some of these kid gifts, baby gifts, I guess. Let me talk up, and I probably could have had you guys. Volume is up. Let's turn brightness down. This is draining my battery. How are you? How are you, Creative Desk Solutions? Hope you have had a wonderful weekend. Shawnee says, definitely ask a relative to advertise for you. Yes. Grandkid, neighbor, teenage neighbor, and you're not asking them to like man the responses, answer, which, like answer a whole bunch of questions, because people are, could possibly come back and say, well, can you send me pictures of all of it, or what about can I buy this and this, or will you reserve this stuff so I can come and pick out what I want and stuff. So they could get a lot of responses back from people inquiring about your stuff. But one of the things I would probably have them put in the listing is that they're advertising for somebody else. So they don't have answers to the questions, basically. So I'm posting this for my friend's grandmother. She's got craft items for sale. If you're interested, this date or time, if you want to do like a sale at your area, or if you want to take appointments and have them come by and look and see what you have. But yeah, other than that, like a next door or something. Let's see what else y'all talking about, because I don't know. Shawnee says, hey, Miss Vanita and Creative Desk Solutions, set up a yard sale to sell. Yeah, I sold off a whole bunch of stuff yard selling. A lot of that penny stuff I had got one time before. And I was coming out of a large storage unit into a smaller storage unit. I sold off a lot of that stuff. And then I even had like resellers that came by, and they were like, if, call me if it's not all gone by the time you leave or something like that, or what are you doing with your leftovers. And I had a guy offer to come and pick up everything else, and so once he got there, he was like, yeah, he make an offer. So he made an offer, and I was like, sure, because that kept me from loading it up and having to take it back to storage or take it somewhere else to donate it, which is what I was going to do. So I didn't have to load it up and take it to my nearest location, donation location. He was able to come and scoop it all up, and so it all worked out as far as I was concerned. Ms. Millie says, my family is in St. Louis visiting our 2-week-old first grandchild. Very nice. How exciting. Congratulations. I will have to work overtime on Easter when I get back home. Oh, that is so precious. Congratulations. Enjoy being in St. Louis. Oh. This little rabbit head is covering up my muslin and bunny set. Do I need to turn you to the side? He kind of big in here. But it's for a baby. I'll string some tape around y'all or something and sit y'all up. And I was trying to keep my first Easter showing. You're welcome. Cute gift. I like the blue bunny. Thank you. little something over there. And I'll give him a larger egg. Oh, that kind of looks inappropriate. I don't know where to put it. I'll give him a bigger truck or a different color and do them like that. Miss Loretta says congratulations. Estella says congratulations. Shawnee says, what you put in that baby egg? Nothing. Not a thing. There's nothing in the eggs. I don't know what to put in a baby egg. What y'all put in there? Because I was going to put some stickers in there, but then I was like, that baby is definitely not going to use stickers. So yeah, I don't know. I'd be so tempted to cut this hair from around these eyes so their eyes can be seen. Too much time on my hands to be sitting here playing with bunny eyes. Let me, Shauna said nothing. Oh, okay. This girl. I have no idea what's supposed to go in baby Easter eggs. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, so here's my couple of 3 little things. Just a bunny, of my first Easter blanket and little bunny rattle. Each of them has a muslin swaddle and beanie set. So that's the blanket that goes around the baby. And the little hat, but the hat has like Easter ears on it also. So that's what's in the back of each one of those. Then that's just a piece of board that I flipped around to act as a backer. I put some construction paper in the bottom, a little bit of tissue paper, and some, and used the original cardboard foundation that was in there. I just elevated it up. And then I just stuck all the stuff back on there. Oh, you need a teether. Is that why you look like you didn't have enough stuff? Because you didn't have a teether? But you're so much bigger than the other one. Well, you might not need a teether. But that's what we got. The 2 I don't even got no egg. I was thinking about not putting the egg on here. The only thing that kind of changed, it made it okay for me to even want to decorate with an egg, is because it literally says Easter. So it's not like I can sell this as a regular, baby gift or something like that. It's literally has Easter on it. So it's going to have to be sold for Easter. At least the way it is. So I was like, well, shoot, I'll just put eggs in there. And go ahead and Easter it on out. But at this point, I don't know. Trying to figure out what I'm supposed to be putting in these eggs. Let's see, those are cute. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, I'm gonna drop these in some bags and we're gonna get them going. They're just going in some cello bags. I guess I could have left the tail on. But there's the blue bunny. And then we have the white bunny. Like I said, each of them to have their little teethers. This bunny here is so much smaller. But it'll be alright. You need a bigger egg. I'm going to need to get some bigger eggs in there. And then I got this one up here that you saw first. And that is it. Yeah, that's about it. What do I have up here? Let me get these out of the way. Adorable. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I don't know how my live keeps getting delayed. So, let's take to over there for your photo shoot. We'll take you for your photo shoot. And let's see. Baby socks would be good to go in the eggs. Very nice. Baby socks. Yes. Where are baby socks? Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely. Thank you. That I have. Very good idea. Yes. I got none, so mine won't be getting any. I ain't even got none, so mine won't be getting any. Oh. Well, thank you for sharing. Because goodness knows, they won't go have nothing now. But I do have some socks. I think and that's perfect because my socks are so not on any type of theme. I think I got like minion baby socks. Yeah, Miss Loretta says that's a good idea, Sean. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with these things. I'm gonna have to stuff it some more. This is one of those foil art poster and marker sets. I got this from DG this past weekend. This is a mini backpack that was Yellow Dot from previous season. It is retailing for $8. The foil thing is $1. The bags were $1.50, as you know. And I don't exactly know what else I can put in there. Oh, let's see what else we have. Not that pink cup with that pink bag, but we could work a little something with that. I'll move that bunny out the way. And some stuff. What will we give them? Like, I guess I could do bubbles, but I don't want to do bubbles. I could do, let's find the most random stuff up here on this table. Oh, you got the box bags, right? Ready to go? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I tried to stay. I'm gonna have to get a thing. I ain't gonna be able to leave it like that. Unless, actually, let me go find my stickers, my Easter stickers. I just saw 2 books of Easter stickers, and I was like, what am I gonna do with Easter stickers? Put them over this, because I ain't finna go get no blow dryer and try to get that tag off. Yasmin came from the Dollar General also. I could put her in here and call it a day, but that's kind of a lot. But it's not, actually. A little mini book bag, a little baby doll, a cup, some shades. She's got the actual bag. There's an activity on the back. And I could always include like a, not scrunchie, I was going to do scrunchies and stuff in some of my eggs for the older kids. Because I'm not putting snacks in my gifts. But in some spaces, I may have eggs. But like the little hair ties and some of those things I may put in some of my larger eggs. Michelle says, how did you do the inside of your bog bags? Love how you got the shades on the front. Thank you. Yeah, I just stuck those there. These things, I got to get this little egg off of here. I put these little things that came with it on there, and they are not all that easy to get off of there. But Miss Cheryl, Yasmin, you keep falling, girl. Because you're not stable. I hate when they make these things have these little bubbles at the bottom. Why can't you just make it straight across? Now I can't stand her up. I can't do too much of nothing with her. all I did was use some cardstock, not cardstock, actually some of that paper that I got from Walmart, the paper stock paper or whatever you call it, and cut out two little inserts to put in over my holes so you don't see through my holes. Um, these first two I use colored paper, and it's doing a little something to the bags in some instances. From here on out, I'll probably just put a solid piece of whatever color paper in there because it's not like you can really see in there. But I just wanted to put a little something in there so that you could not see through my holes because I am going to be putting paper inside of here, and y'all know me and my bases and flat surfaces. So I have some bases for the tops of these that I'll just drop in there. And then I'll end up with a surface like this that I can put whatever I want to on, and it'll just stand in there because it's a flat surface. And go get some more paper tomorrow. I am at the last of my roll. But to do this, I just took a piece of, what kind of paper is this? Here's one right here. 50 sheets. These are 12 by 12 sheets. I literally folded it in half, and I was able to get a front and a back off of one sheet of paper. So they have different designs, and I mean, it's just regular paper. It's not like it's thick or anything, which kind of works out because once you put these little clippies on here, it kind of protrudes through the back of the bag. It protrudes through the back of the bag. So if you put like a foam board or cardboard or something like that, it may make it do different than it's doing, which could be a good thing. I don't know, but it was fine for me that it was a little wavy because when I put the paper in there, it's gonna push it out or whatever. So that's all I did. But I just got some paper, and like I say, I just had these colored paper, these prints. But considering what it's looking like in there, I don't know if you guys can see how it's looking inside of the holes because of the print on the paper. So if you just put the white side out, then it's just white, you know. So it's all in whatever you want it to look like. I just know I needed something to cover up those holes because I gotta stuff this thing. I like the color. Miss Loretta says, okay, I'm an LLC. And I really just put my paper in. And the awesome thing about, they have the little handles have a little groove under there. So when I put my paper in, I just slide it under the groove, and that kind of holds it in place. And when I take my surface, my top, and put it on there, it literally slides down under the grooves also. So when I put it in, it literally goes down and locks in under or over, no, under the grooves that are in there. Let's put this one in, and I hadn't tested these since I cut them out, so I don't even know if they're the right size, but we're gonna find out together. So see, when I put it in, it went right up under those little holes, the little circles that hold it right there. So that's where it ended up going. And here on this side, you see it's still out. So I just pushed it, and it literally goes under that little area. But my paper's showing. Nope, it's not showing. So that's how I ended up covering it. Those papers would be perfect with those bags. I gotta grab a roll of paper too. Yeah, I'm going through that paper. I have went through it, especially from, and these things are gonna go a lot quicker than like my Valentine's Day and all that kind of stuff. Because they're just the kid gifts. Now, if they were adult gifts like for Mother's Day, then I'm gonna spend way more time making foundations and all that kind of stuff. So I won't use as much paper. But for Easter, I'm gonna be running through paper, and like I said, I don't even have enough. I wouldn't have enough for Mother's Day at this point, so I'm gonna have to get me another roll, and it'll probably last me. Well, heck, depending on how much I do for Easter in these next 2 weeks, it could last enough time. But if not, then I'll have enough for Mother's Day. But yep, so that's all I did with my little bags. I'll figure out some other things to put in here, but that little Yasmin girl, she worked out. I'm gonna have to go back and move these, and figure out exactly what I'm gonna put in here, because I ain't got but so many of these little book bags. I don't want to put book bags in everything, especially since I have book bags for who did I do book bags with? Oh, the Lanky Box, the Minecraft book bags. What other ones? Mickey Mouse book bags. And somebody else. So since I already have quite a few book bags, we shall see. Okay, sorry for being lazy. What are the measurements for the top of the foam board? I just freehanded it. I didn't measure it. But let's give her a go and see what kind of measurements we get here. Approximately 8.75, or a little bit under 9 inches long by about 5 inches tall. So 9 by 5, and then round your corners. Whoa. Measurements for the top. Yes, sir. Shades look cool on the outside. Good deal, because I ain't putting nothing else. Wasn't even going to put them out there. Hey, Rachel, welcome in. What you doing up? I'm finna go to bed. I was in here. I got frustrated with a bag or a gift earlier. I couldn't remember how to make it do what I wanted it to do. And then I thought about it right before I went to bed. So I came out here and put it together. And that prompted me to put 2 other ones together. So now we got 3 of these, my first Easter baskets, with the bunny, the teether, the baby blanket, and the rattle, and an empty egg. And there's a swaddle and beanie set in the back, in this canvas rope tote. So we got 3 of those going. And then since we were still here running our mouth, I started messing with these bog bags. And I was just showing Miss Loretta how to stuff them, how I was stuffing them. And I gave her measurements. And you've been here for the rest of it. What you up doing? Okay, thanks. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Rachel. Yep. So approximately 9 inches, probably a little bit shorter than 9 inches. And then about 5 inches tall, give or take a little bit. And like I say, your bag, for the most part, is what's holding the foam board down in place. The bag clips on the sides. So that's it, and that's all. I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna let me go. Oh, look at there, right at an hour. Yeah. I got that baby bed over there. I ain't figured out what to do with it yet. I've been doing all right with all that other stuff though, but that baby bed and them wagons is giving me a fit. And I'm trying not to put anything too expensive in these bags, but I don't know. I may have to. And when I say expensive, like not make these be Bluey or Miss Rachel or somebody like that, which I could do. I don't want them to be Hello Kitty. You know, I think those may get a different type of basket or bag. I don't know. I just got up and about to get started. Oh yeah, what you working on, Rachel? Right? And are you going live? Can we come over to your house and hang out for a little bit and watch you watch you design? I'm just talking, honey, because the second my head hit the pillow, I'm probably gonna be out of here. Take me a nice little nap. I'll probably be up in about 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours. Oh, if you guys are not aware, CVS has went 75% off on their Valentine's items. Um, I love me a good CVS clearance. That's where I got the white bears and the pink bears and the mauve color bears that you guys love that I had so much. All of those came from CVS. They have some nice quality bears. They was like $20, and then they end up coming down to like at 75% off. They be what, $5. So that is, you know, a pricier uh bear, considering we were able to get some for what, like $1.25 and all that kind of stuff, and 90 cent and all that this past weekend for the clearance event. So that is a little bit more, but they have some very nice bears and stuffed animals and stuff. There's quite a bit of Hello Kitty in there, in my stores. A lot of Stitch stickers. What else did I see that I thought was okay? The store I ran in had some candy, but the candy was still only 50% off. I didn't buy a thing in there. I was really tempted. I started to get, they have some little bitty small bluey plushies that are keychains. I started to buy those. They were like $1 and maybe $1.50. So I started to get them, but I decided against it. Rachel retracted. Wait a minute. Rachel says, no, I am not going live. Everyone here is asleep, and I would wake up the house with my big mouth. You're revamping Hello Kitty baskets. Very nice. Well, it's awesome to have people in your house, Rachel. You'll miss these days when they're gone. It's super quiet. Especially over here. You know, I don't even watch TV or anything, so it's always quiet over here when I'm home. Now, when I'm not on live or listening to you guys design in the background, then I usually have music on. And it just all depends on, you know, what kind of music I'm listening to. But yeah, we'll listen to some music and stuff. But yeah. Yeah, I'm rambling. Let me get off of here. I finally found some kid character watches for $1 at my Walmart. Very nice, Shawnee. Oh, I got watches. What else do I have? Headphones. And see, in my mind, I could put a watch, a headphone, a blanket, you know, all of that stuff just together. But in the world of selling, that makes the basket value a lot more than a majority of the people want to pay at this point. So, of course, I have to keep doing that. What are you putting in those bags? As far as the what kind of concept I'm putting in here, is that what you're asking? Because if so, I'm gonna be putting pretty much anything in here until I run out of these bags. Not really. I only have what, five of each color, four of each color, I think. I just put Yasmin from Dollar General in here with a Dollar General bag just now. And what else did I have in here, y'all? It was something else I had up here on this table I put in there. But it's gone now. So I'll figure out. Oh, this little star cup from the tree store. I put her in there. But other than that, I don't know what I'm putting in here. I could put Blue and them in here. But that's what I was saying. I don't think I want to put character items in here. Because that's going to make it be kind of more than folk want to spend. But here's my little bluey dude. He fits under the handle. Yes, that's what I was asking. Yeah, I hadn't figured it out yet. I haven't. But I got all kind of miscellaneous stuff up here I could put in the places. And those bluey bubbles. But I gotta get out of the matchy matchy. That'd be taking my price up. Never in a million. Wait, am I dreaming? Is this live? Yes, it's live. Never in a million. It absolutely is live. You are not dreaming. Oh, what if I put these in there? I'm going to cut these off of here. Because I can't think of what to do with this whole thing on here like this. I want to stuff this, make it puff out some. I'll leave the little bib. But I want to take these shoes off of here. And stick them in something. I'll stick them in one of these baskets. Grand Rising, never in a million. Rachel says, I'll probably use my watch for Christmas concepts. I don't think watches will go with Easter baskets unless it's the inexpensive ones. Yeah. Yeah. Giovanna says, yes, this is the Night Owl edition at Never in a Million. Yeah, that ain't something we usually say over here, not in these parts. Because I be asleep. I might be up watching you guys or listening while I'm working, but definitely not live this time of night. But it's coming on down now. This is when I post on the Facebook page. Yeah. Yeah, I don't ever post on that page. I avoid Facebook and all social medias like the plague. I really need to do better. You could hold the stuffing in with a tag gun. You can hold the stuffing in with a tag gun. The crap. The stuffing of what? Oh, the stuffing in the peep head hat. That's if I could get my tag gun to work. My tag guns don't work worth crap. I may just have to order one. Another one. I don't know. Hey, Elboy, welcome in. But thank you, Shoni. Yes. Never says, oh, okay, let me go back to sleep. You'll have fun. I gave my thumbs up. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you. And the other 39 of you all who gave thumbs up tonight, or this morning, should I say. Thank you guys for hanging out and watching me design, listening to me talk and run my mouth. So yeah, oh, I could put a peep thing. Well, no, I could put a little baby peep in there. They can have a baby peep plushie. They got the peep shoes, the little things. I have some peep plushies. I got the little ones and I have the bigger ones. I don't think I'm gonna give them a bigger one, but I could do this as a whole little peep thing. Heck, I even have peep these things. I think I got them from Walmart last year. I ain't finna go looking for them, but if I find them before I construct all of these, then I could use them. I'm up to burn the midnight oil, so that means you going live next. El Billy will come over your house. Mine stopped working all of a sudden too. Yeah, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. It's like the third one. And then what's crazy about it is like this part of it, the little trigger, you can't even push it anymore. It doesn't do anything. So like it literally is not working. And my needle thing is like split in two. So I don't know what is going on. And the little baby one I got, the um, tags don't feed through there properly. Like they'll feed through and go halfway into the fabric and then it'll stop. Or it doesn't feed through at all and gets jammed in there. So I don't know. I don't want to invest any real money in one because I don't know that paying more money for them is going to make them work. Because the ones I got are supposed to be decent quality ones, you know, but they ain't working worth darn. So I'm gonna have to figure it out. Oh, that's cute. The booties they had in the bib. Yes. I found several of them at the bin store, so I have two or three. Yeah. Yeah. That's where I got my last one from, was the bin store. This one I ordered from, this may be the one from Temu. I got one from Temu, and then I got one off of Amazon that were identical. One of them broke, and then that one I was still using. This is the one I found in the bin store. It came with all of the little, like a gazillion of those little tags. So I have a whole bunch of little bitty short tags for it. But this is the one where the tags, every time it gets in there, it gets jammed. So, yeah, I don't know. I Googled it. It said we may need one with a stronger, like, lever that pushes the tags out. We may need a stronger one of those, and so it suggests that we get like industrial strength and all kind of stuff. It ain't that serious because I don't know that those are gonna do what I want them to do either. So I don't know. I'll figure it out. My tag guns ain't working either. Them things ain't about nothing. They're so useful. And you can attach stuff like crazy. It just be awesome. But when they don't work with darn. It would be fine if I knew that buying this particular one and it would work. I'd be all over it. Okay, cool. Because I like what it does and how I'm able to use it. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't mind investing in it if I knew that I was going to actually get a good one. But heck, I done ran through like five of these things at this point, and all of them end up doing the same thing and half working. So I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Rachel says mine worked well, no problem so far. Oh, congratulations! That's awesome. They're convenient but annoying, says Shawnee. Yes, the headset is super cute. Good night, ladies. S. Marie, thanks for the live. You're welcome, Shamika. I'm finna get off of here too, honey. I am. Oh, and Miss Loretta, this was a piece of scrap foam board that I cut these tops off with, and I traced it, and I was able to get 4 or 5 of these on one piece of board, and I was able to put this one on that same piece of board if I notched out right here. So I notched it out, but I was showing you to let you know that even with it not being perfectly rounded off like these ones are, should I say? You see how it's like, right there. So even with it being like that, it still fits on there just fine and it stays in place. So even if they aren't perfect or whatever like that, they're fine. I think they'll be enough to keep, if you measure it correctly and get it in there just right, it's enough to keep your shred from falling down to the side. And also, if you get to a point where your platform is not, it's too wide, you can always add additional tissue or contractor's paper under here across this section, and that'll stretch it out a little bit here, which will give you just a little more space on either side if you need to get your platform in there, or if you have to get a larger size item in there. If you stuff more paper in there, it's going to make the bottom be wider. It's going to make your sides be shorter, but it will give you more depth between your handles, if that makes sense. You rough on them. I probably, yep. I be shooting everything. I be trying to stick it through fabric and cardboard and 3-4 layers of stuff. Yeah, it definitely is operator error over here. I can honestly say. You're welcome, Angela. You're welcome, Loretta. So yeah, that's all I had. I was just running my mouth and letting y'all know. Y'all know me and a good foundation. I love to start with me a good foundation, and those work perfectly. So, hey, be pretty E. Yes, it does make sense. Okay, cool. It's getting late, honey. I didn't know if I was just talking to him myself talk or if I was actually making sense. So that's why I was asking. But yeah, we'll finish these up tomorrow. I'll get these little baby ones, my first Easter ones, wrapped up and get them out of the way. And for Easter, I'm actually trying to track my gifts by like writing them down and assigning them numbers and stuff. I think I'm trying to do too much, but I want to at least write them down. Even if I don't do the number assigning part of it, I want to at least get an accurate count of what I have, so I'll know as people, because I'm a couple of weeks ahead. If my plan is correct, I'll be done with Easter before a lot of people start really looking for Easter. Um, Before the rush, should I say. So at least if I have the stuff written down, I'll be able to refer back to my notes and know exactly what I have on hand or on stock when these people ask me about gifts. So that's my thinking. We shall see if it actually works. But I am going to let you guys go. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate you. Don't forget, CVS is 75% off of Valentine's Day. And that Tuesday, Dollar General is slated to go a penny for the Valentine's Day candy, the Valentine's Day decor, and the Valentine's Day gift sets. Well, not Valentine's Day gift sets, but those gift sets. So remember that if you have some time tomorrow, you may want to swing by you a Dollar General and see if they have anything left. I know a lot of people shop during the clearance event, so it may be a good thing for you to see tomorrow what kind of inventory your store has. So if you see any Valentine's Day stuff out or sets out, you'll know exactly what store to go to on Tuesday to rack up on them when they turn a penny. So tomorrow will be a good day for some recon, especially after the clearance event. So that's all I got. I'm gonna let you guys go. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Thanks for the live. Good night, everyone. Good night, Miss Estella. Good night. Good night. Good night. Y'all have a good one. Peace and blessings. Good morning and good night. Right, Miss Cheryl? Yep. Well, it's gonna take this nap real well. Rachel finna get to work. I'm finna go take a nap. I'll be back. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.